What's up, guys? Cody here today with the Renekton game. I was trying to record this yesterday, but for whatever reason, it was not working. Um, yeah. So originally this game, I was actually supposed to be going Lucian, but my top laner that picked Renekton was like, I don't want to play against a Jace, even though I knew Jace was mid. Now it's just like, fine, I'll play Renekton. Because it has been a while since I played Renekton, so I wanted to have some fun. So Renekton's a very big lane bully, and this Malphite is going to learn that starting right now that he is not allowed to farm at all. He's not allowed to do anything at all, and he's just gonna have a fun time just getting bullied around by me, pretty much. As you can see, he's already got like no health. Part of that is because minions, but the other part of that is the fact that I'm just harassing him so much. Now, for whatever reason, Hecarim is not ganking me, even though I'm like an easy target. And because of that, I just kind of have free reign. You're gonna see me ward because he should have ganked me by now, but he hasn't. Um, so I don't really know what's going on, but I'm bullying this Malphite at the moment, and Malphite has no chance against me right now. This is one of the strengths of Renekton, where you want, you're lane bullying, you can just harass the enemy so well. And it's, oh man. As you can see, Malphite has very little CS. Could have potentially killed Malphite there. If I had just flashed on, if I had just flashed under the tower, but instead he decides to stay anyways. So I'm just gonna flash E W. Easy kill. As he was being an idiot and decided to stay in lane for whatever reason. So yeah. I'm going to be building Black Cleaver this game. For Renekton, normally I would be building a Tiamat into a Hydra. But instead, this game I kind of want to be able to kill the Malphite. So Black Cleaver is going to help with that. It's going to help break through that armor of his that he's going to be building. And it's going to just give me the ability to fight more, and it does, I do become tanky, a lot tankier than what I would normally be earlier on. So it's not terrible, but so you see I'm bullying Malphite and whatnot, and I'm kind of waiting for Hecarim to show up at this point, because he should be showing up soon, not with how far up I'm pushed. I've got that in the back of my head. Yeah, watch out for that. Hecarim. That ward isn't going to necessarily save me from Hecarim. Although Malphite fails his ult and I just pick up a free kill, and Hecarim realizes that, like, oh, I can't actually kill this Renekton. Especially since this Hecarim is going AP. I don't know why the guy decided he was going to do that. As he's fed, and he could have easily just gone the normal build and carried really easily, but instead he wanted to troll and give my team a chance to win. Which we're going to be able to do really easily. I'm getting fed. Annie's feeding right now, but she's going to get to a point where she's just going to be able to stomp all over the Jace. So she feeds Jace, and then Jace feeds her, I guess. But right now, I'm just being a complete bully to this Malphite. He's starting to actually get CS for once. But it's not even that much. I'm freezing the wave right now. So that way he can't get, so that way he gets less CS. But then once I realize that he's gone, I'm just like, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna push. And I need to go make sure I ward the river there. Because warding the bush by top lane is useless. Especially against a Hecarim. When you can just you can just instead ward the entrance to his jungle and you're set. So Malphite doesn't respect the fact that I have flash here, and I just flash on him and do my combo, which is kind of disappointing on his part. And Hecarim is down bot at this point of time, which means that I can push top, especially since Malphite doesn't have TP, so when Malphite gets back up, he's not going to be able to get here in time to stop me. And nobody cares to rotate up here by themselves because they're afraid I'm going to kill them, which they should be because I kind of can. By the time Malphite gets back, I have taken the tower, and he's 2 levels behind me at this point. So yeah, I'm having a blast right now. I pick up Black Cleaver, and I pick up Merc Treads this game. They don't have a lot of magic damage, but they do have a lot of CC that I do not want to be caught up in all that much. So I'm just going to go back to just kind of freezing the wave at this point, or just slow pushing it as best as I can. And yeah, I'm just kind of chilling here because I don't want to push up too far right now, because even though Hecarim Hecarim's not going to do much to kill me, I still have to be careful because there's a possibility that he could kill me. So once I saw that Hecarim was bot, I was all ready to push, and then I decided I was going to TP just to make sure my team was safe. And then Lucian dies anyways. But yeah. Top right now is pushing out. See, there's a big wave up there. So if I keep Malphite occupied mid, top is just gonna be pushed out on its own, and we get work done on mid lane, and we get work done on top by default. Although Malphite's gonna get stupid here again as usual. You can see that he's staying around. So he gets really close because he wants CS like an idiot. I just go in. W, Q, Alt, E away, so that way Jace can't kill me. Or, I guess I didn't get the extra E. I guess he died before that. Never mind. But, yeah, it's free kills. But then Jace hits me for Q, and I decide probably not the best idea to stay here anymore. Yeah. So, this game is just stupidly easy for me at the moment, and I'm building towards a Sterak's at this point. Now, Sterak's isn't necessarily like a good second item, but this game I was like, I want items that are gonna make me tanky but yet still make me deal damage. Since I decided I wasn't gonna build Hydra this game, so that was my best option. Malphite's not even paying attention. I fail my dash though, so he gets out anyways. And the enemy is just a bunch of idiots at this point. They refuse to send anybody top to take care of me, so they just have Malphite sitting there, and it's just kind of silly. So I have free reign over everything, and yeah. And he goes and takes those 2 out mid, and that means I can now push mid. Malphite shows up though, so that's CS that he's now missing out on because he has to come protect this tower, and can't fight me anyways. So yeah, and his team all shows up, but they don't really do anything because they just have an AP Hecarim. So I mean, yeah. Malphite fails his flash, so easy kill, and then Jace comes over here. My W wasn't up in time for me to get him. I probably should have waited for him, for my W to be up, so that way I could stun him, and yeah. I haven't mentioned this yet. 12-18-0 for masteries, taking Thunderlords because Thunderlords gives me the most burst. Fervor's also a good choice for mastery. However, Thunderlords in this case I felt like would be better, so that way I could go for short, heavy trades every 30 seconds. Which worked out. I'm gonna run down here. We get Ash, but then a very sloppy fight ensues. I don't quite really know what's happening. But my Steris gets popped, and now we have to retreat. Yeah, not the best of things. Fortunately though, Annie gets a kill on Hecarim, and then ends up getting a Grim Reaper kill on the Jace. And then I'm gonna try to run down the Zillion, although Ash is going to show up and stop that from happening. So I need to go top now, because they shouldn't be pushing mid, as the only thing that they have to push with is Ash, and that's not necessarily the best idea. So I'm gonna push up top, and I want to back, but I see Hecarim and like all their team and Malphite are all mid or bot. So that means it's free push for me. And my team ends up getting a kill anyways on them, so that's less time that they have to deal with me. And I'm gonna get a free tower now for this. So yeah, and then I force them to come over here, and then I'm gonna take their blue buff. So this game is pretty easy for me. I'm systematically winning. You can see Annie's feeding, like I said, but she's also kind of fed at the same time. So I do need to start stacking armor for this Jace and Ash, as they are going to start to become problems. Right here, we're doing Ring Around the Rosie with the dragon. Eventually just decide we're gonna do it, and I'm waiting to dash it. I'm waiting to kill somebody here. Fortunately though, this fight goes horribly wrong. You can see I'm over trying to kill Jace, which is not where I should be at this point in time. I should be in the middle of this fight trying to help make this a better situation. But in my mind, I just decided it wasn't worth it, and I was just gonna come over here and kill this Jace. Which you're going to see, he just flashes away from me anyways, and there's nothing I can do about any of this. Almost go Hecarim though, but can't really kill him when almost his whole team's there to protect him. And right here, I'm going to try to make a play on the Jace. I'm gonna Zillion flashes on top of me, and I try to kill Jace. Unfortunately, though, what happens is I get ignited, so I don't get enough health back, and I don't get enough health back from my Q to survive for long enough, and I die. So my one and only death. Not bad, but it could have been avoided. It could have waited for Zillion to throw down his throw down his bomb, and then dashed away from that. I wasn't thinking about the fact that Jace had TP. So I'm just gonna go split push top at this point in time, and the reason is because they refuse to send anybody top at all. They refuse to try to make any progress with top lane, and because of that, they're going to lose the game. Pretty much. I'm gonna push top. I'm gonna free farm top, get bigger and bigger, and as you can see, they're all here. They've got 4 members here, and then they've got Malphite bot. But I'm up top pushing, so yeah, it doesn't quite make much sense. And they're not even going to get anything out of this. They just get kills, and that's it. That's all they get out of this. So I'm going to get tower. And I know they back off at this point because I know that they're coming. But then Ashe is still sitting mid, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come over here, pick up her, you know. So I don't understand what they're doing. They're not communicating well, and they're just kind of just doing whatever the hell they want to. Ashe has a black cleaver, so she's you know, kind of useless. She is gonna be able to shred through my armor faster, but it doesn't really matter at this point because I'm just gonna be able to dash on her and kill her if she gets anywhere close to me. Assuming my dash is up. Which, as you can see right here, it's not because I just used it to get this Hecarim. And I can't really get on Ashe. And I'm pretty big with my ult, ult and Sterix going together. And then Malphite just kind of shows up here, and he's gonna die. I don't understand why the guy was here. And then Zilean decides he's gonna come back now too. And I'm telling my guys on comms, I'm like, hey, I can kill him if he stays, so watch what happens here. I'm gonna E first, then I'm gonna flash, then I'm gonna E first, so that way I can get my second dash in. And I'm flashing, Wing, Qing, or, well, I Q somewhere in there. Yeah. But I E first and then flash, so that way I can get my second dash in, if need be. Which it also just gives me more damage in general. Hecarim is gonna show up and accomplish nothing. I can't necessarily help, although we do lair our stuns. And he can't do anything, and because he's AP Hecarim, he's just kind of screwed. We're going to come over here, grab Dragon. They know we're here, but they can't take it from us, so it doesn't mean anything. And I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna buy a Deadman's and a Randuin's and start building into a GA, but that's never gonna get finished as I've only got 3 minutes left in this game because we're just going to end. They take the first tower. I'm gonna push out bot really fast because it needs to get taken care of, so that way we don't have to worry about it. And all we need to do right now is just pick off people, get kills. It's pretty easy at this point. And yeah. Jace gets ulted by Zilean, and so now Zilean does not have that ult for 58 seconds. So that's a minute that he doesn't have it for, which isn't much, to be quite honest, but it's still better than nothing. And that's what I honestly hate about Zilean, is that Zilean's just ridiculously overpowered with the fact that his ult's on such a short cooldown. I'm gonna TP in as insurance policy for my team to make sure that we can get the towers and whatnot. And the enemy gets caught out, and this is how you lose games down in bronze, when the enemy doesn't even when you're in this situation, all you have to do is just not get caught out, and you'll survive, because it would have been a 3v5, and that should be enough to stop us from taking these towers, especially since we only have one minion wave helping us. But instead, they're a bunch of idiots, and they decide, hey, we're gonna, you know, just get caught out and die from you at the very end. And that's gonna cause them the game, so yeah. Renekton, 10-1-5. That Annie went 13-11, but most of her kills came after she fed. But I pretty much carried my team, and yeah, I had fun. Renekton's just really good lane bully right now. There's certain people that he struggles against, but for the most part, pretty fine. He falls off really hard late game though, and so you want to have the game being wrapped up by mid. You want it over by 30 minutes or so, or else you're gonna be a problem. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, subscribe if you did, and see you in the next one. Thanks.